Radio Free Cybertron.
Transformers.
Rewind.
This week on Transformers Rewind, SOS Dinobots.
Allow me to introduce Grimlock, Slag, and Sludge.
Dinobots, huh? I thought you were supposed to make dinosaurs.
After some earthquakes, the Autobots examine the inside of their volcano and find dinosaur bones. After a quick tutorial from Spike, Optimus decides it would be a very good idea to let Wheeljack and Ratchet build the Autobots some dinosaurs.
Find the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That was a walking fang factory.
Very impressive.
There they are, guys. Dinosaurs. Not very intelligent because of their tiny brains, but extremely powerful.
If only we had some dinosaurs working for us. They'd really shake up the Decepticons.
I'm with you, Wheeljack. We could build robot versions of those oversized iguanas if it was okay with Optimus Prime.
Robot dinosaurs might be useful. You have my authorization.
It'll never work. Big waste of time.
After the work is done and the Dinobots are activated, Optimus decided it was a very bad idea to let Wheeljack and Ratchet build the Autobots some dinosaurs, as the Dinobots have wrecked Teletran 1 and damaged several Autobots before being rounded up. Prime orders them locked in a closet forever.
Hey, not the face, okay? Just had it chromed.
Doesn't anything get to this guy?
Enough! The Dinobots must be destroyed!
Wait, maybe my magnetic inducer can stop them. There. But I beg you, Optimus, please, don't make me pull the plug on them.
I'm sorry, Wheeljack. The Dinobots must never be activated again. They're too dangerous.
The Decepticons, having not spent time on robot dinosaurs, have moved on to the Great Falls hydroelectric plant. The human workers try to send for the Autobots, but with Teletran 1 broken, the Autobots can't get at their email. But since Hound was scouting for Decepticon activity, he notices the trouble and calls for the other Autobots.
You wanna fight us, you germs?
No way!
Let's get out of here!
On history!
They're shutting down the generators. We need help in a big way. Calling Teletran 1. Teletran 1? No response. Teletran 1, come in, please!
Megatron, declare this facility Decepticon domain.
Prime's team confronts the Decepticons, and Megatron's superpowered blast knocks them into the river below, after which the Autobots are captured. Bumblebee and Spike tell Wheeljack what happened, and he and Ratchet put extra RAM in the Dinobots and send them out for a rescue. The Decepticons are powerless as the new toys steamroll them, while Wheeljack rescues the other Autobots. Later, Optimus sees he was wrong about the Dinobots and orders them locked in the closet again, but only until the Autobots need help.
Heat-seeking missiles, seek heat!
Okay, Optimus Prime, we admit we disobeyed your orders.
And whatever punishment you have in mind, we deserve.
But face it, Optimus Prime, if they obeyed your orders, you'd all be goners by now.
Indeed. Sometimes even the wisest of men and machines can be in error. I have no reprimand for Wheeljack or Bumblebee, but as for the Dinobots, they have proven their value. The Dinobots shall remain among us.
So, some interesting points here. Like, you know, okay, these things are dangerous. Let's put them in the hole in the wall.
Yeah, Optimus first wants them destroyed. You know, we got to get rid of them. But then he decides, well, they'll just stay in the closet. That's basically what happens with them. Since I was a kid, the one thing that has stuck out to me in this episode more than anything else is what an ass Huffer is. He is such a dick.
But I thought you were supposed to build dinosaurs.
I mean, I think it goes back to the Family Home Entertainment advertisement or on-tape advertisement for that episode, because they make a point to call out what an ass he is by playing that clip. He is such a little dick, and I hate Huffer for that. I mean, they're freaking awesome, gigantic robots, dinosaurs. They're stupid, but, you know, they're probably built, like, on a Tandy or something. They probably use, like, spare parts from Radio Shack to build those guys. They're pretty miraculous.
And it's not like all us other robots turn into other stuff. I mean, they're just robots, not dinosaurs. What's wrong?
Yeah, that's the stupidest thing. I don't know why he would ever complain about that.
Huffer is ExVee.
Yes, Huffer is ExVee.
Yeah, he's even got the blue and the orange thing going on.
Yeah.
It's almost perfect when you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dinobots, how about that? It seems to me that before those memory upgrades are installed, they really don't have any kind of personality anyway.
No.
They're just robot dinosaur drone things.
Yeah, there's not, like you said, it's RAM, and there's just not enough to execute, like, their personality sub-program.
Their personality components aren't getting enough memory access. You know,
this is, being a Season 1 episode, I haven't really gone back and watched many Season 1 episodes over the years. I tend to focus on Season 2 because it's so bad. But Season 1, there's some mediocre episodes, but the animation is just, like, so, to me, different than a lot of the later episodes. Like, the way it's animated in this, it's more fluid. All the characters, but especially, like, the Autobots, are more human-like. Even the drawings for them are, like, more slender. So they just they're less boxy in this episode than, like, you would see, like, Insidious Steel or something from Season 2.
There's,
you know, with
one frame of... I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, go ahead. This is a good point, too.
There's like one frame of Starscream there where he is, I think it's when he's complaining about Megatron's plan as usual. And just the drawing is very dynamic and really nicely done. And then later in the episode you see usual blocky right off the model sheet Starscream, and it looks so wrong. The other really weird animation thing there is that the close-up they use twice when Grimlock uses his energy breath, fire breath, whatever, it's traced directly from the toy. You can see all kinds of lines and details and hinges that are on the toy but are never seen in the animation before or again.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, Rob pointed that out to me before I watched the episode, and it actually stood out when I knew to look for it. It was interesting and kind of a shame that Grimlock wasn't that detailed all the time. Of course, that would have driven the animators nuts.
Yeah.
But no,
also...
no, go ahead and finish. I can wait.
Okay, sorry. Last one. There's also a scene when they're constructing Slag where he has a lot more detail and like tons of rivets that you will never see again.
Could he have been background at that point?
Not sure. I think he was moving, so possibly not. Okay. But hard to say.
You know, being that it is a Season 1 episode and Season 1 was only 16 episodes, it kind of makes sense that the animation quality would be a little bit higher for that. They were putting more money into fewer episodes. I imagine Season 2 didn't have a lot more budget to work with for, what was it, 49 episodes? Something like that?
Something like that.
You know, I mean, it kind of makes sense, and the animation in this episode, even for Season 1, is unusual, the way they're drawn and the way they move. I think only, like, Roll For It had similar style of animation to it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But in the end, it seems like the Dinobots kind of end up in a Skyfire situation where, okay, we don't need you right now, so go away, and then when we need you again, we're going to come and get you back out.
It's interesting though when they actually finally became like everyday cast members, they basically were comedy relief.
Season 3.
Yeah, like back then they were just like these gigantic, abominable like doomsday weapons.
See, that's what I don't understand is they're trying to sell these toys. Why just bring them in for just one episode and then put them to rest for a while? Why not have them appear every episode trying to sell the toys?
Well, okay, they appeared in this episode, then they weren't in the next one, but the one after that they introduced the next 2 Dinobots. So
right.
It wasn't a big stretch of time before the toys were advertised again.
Which toys did they introduce in the episode in between?
Skyfire.
There you go.
Yeah,
but why not have them in every episode, like in the episode where they introduced Skyfire as well? I mean,
I think part of the problem with it is that it's hard to construct a story around them when they're established as being unstoppable killing machines.
Yeah, and go back to like especially stuff like Rebirth or things like that, where they just have so many characters on the screen. It's like impossible to keep track. So if they're really trying to sell these, they really want to focus on those characters.
I was also thinking just, terms of overcrowding in the cast in general, trying to prevent that, and also just paying all the voice actors, because does Greg Berger actually do anybody else in G1?
Oh.
That comes to mind.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so there may be budgetary concerns there.
Maybe so. But, I mean, it's not like they're trying to sell, one toy over any other. The Dinobots are special because they don't turn into cars, but they're no more or less important than Ironhide or Mirage.
Are they? But they're slightly more expensive, weren't they? Or are they the same retail?
Yeah. I seem to recall they were about 15, whereas the deluxe Autobots were at around 10.
10 or 12. I think I paid 12.
That sounds right.
So, I mean, I can understand why they might specifically focus on them, just because ROI is higher. Like with Skyfire or Jetfire. I mean, he was significantly more, not by today's standards, but by standards then. He was probably like 20.
By 84 standards, he's like $1,000.
He was like he was like $25 or something like that. He would have been like the same as Optimus, maybe more.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't really buying toys in 1984, so...
Yeah. But you've been alive then.
Yes, starting in January.
Ugh.
ExVee is slightly older than the Transformers.
But you're the same age as the GoBots, though.
Didn't the GoBots come before the Transformers?
Yeah.
I thought they started in 83.
They started... Transformers was like February or March, wasn't it?
I thought it was fall.
Was it fall? I thought, but the GoBots came out, I thought, like a few months back in early 84. Never mind.
Did the comic come out before the TV show for Transformers? Or?
Yes. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a useful tangent.
Yeah. But, of course, again, Huffer is Nass. We can't forget that about this episode.
Huffer's great.
Huffer is dicks.
Huffer is dicks.